Yo, that boy, what was his name? This came up with the biggest upset I done seen in a minute. I don't think anybody had him beating Bon Fame. That was a dog fight. So if y'all ain't watching the fights, y'all need to watch these fights, bro. Ooh, wee, bro. That's crazy. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all ready for the main event? I think it's the main event now. Let's see. Tapology. I wonder what that dude. What was his betting odds on that? Because my teammate hit me up and immediately said he made some money. Let's see. We can't see him now, but we on the main event. We got Jalton Almeida from Brazil, heavyweight, 19-2. Just a juggernaut of a fighter, bro. Right now his current streak is 14 wins in a row fighting Derek Lewis. He a tough dude. He know how to do a little bit of everything from what I've seen. And yeah, and he gonna have a home crowd behind him, bro. And you got the man, the legend, the myth himself, Mr. Knockout King, Derek Lewis, 27-11. You know what I'm saying? Hold the UFC record for most knockouts. So we got a big fight coming up in front of us, man. I don't know what the odds makers is calling it on this one. Let's go to the main event. Let's see what they saying on Tapology. On Tapology, they saying 83% that is gonna be Almeida and predominantly by submission. So they got odds are that Almeida will submit Derek Lewis. Now I ain't seen it. Every time somebody got around Derek Lewis' neck, he done powered his way out of there and just suplex his way out of every position. So I'm very iffy on if somebody will be able to submit him. It'd have to be like a leg or an arm or something. But that dude's so strong, I don't see it happening. But let's see, man. Like it'll be very interesting to see what Almeida can do with Derek Lewis, man. These fights have been lit, and somebody just made a lot of money. So they talking about the Alex Pereira fight now. You know, the Alex Pereira versus Yuri Prohaska coming up soon. What's that? November? That's next week. Yeah, MSG November 11th. I fight in 2 weeks. Yee. Time flying, y'all. I ain't even been. Here we go. Jalton Almeida, number 9 ranked in the UFC, 19-2, 32 years old. Let's get the measurements real quick. 19-2. He's 6'3", 79-inch reach, 236 pounds. Now, Derek Lewis on the other end, that Houston boy, Mr. Egghead, he weighed 265, bro. He got 30 pounds on him. They both 6'3". They both got a 79-inch reach. So he a plus 370 underdog. So if I was y'all, I would be betting the house that Derek Lewis finna knock this boy out. You gonna make a lot of money if you bet Derek Lewis tonight. And if you bet that boy from the last fight, you having a good night. Because Nicholas Dalby, he wasn't supposed to win that fight. Bonfim was 93%. I don't know what his plus minus was on that, but he wasn't supposed to win that fight. He was a plus 455 underdog. Bonfim was a minus 650. Sheesh. That's crazy. Yeah, bro. We waiting on this main event now. Waiting on the main event. Here we go. Been a long night of fights. Just excited to get to the main event. They in South America, Sao Paulo. I can't wait to fight in the arena. I ain't even faking y'all. All right, here we go. They about to do the walkout. Sheesh. They talking about Derek Lewis after he had his little loss streak, you know. He had that 3-fight loss streak, and then he came back with that big KO, the big win, his last fight. So he came out there with some fire. One with that flying knee. If y'all remember, you ain't seen no heavyweights do no flying knees. You know. Jailton Almeida. That boy, athletic. He the new breed heavyweights. Can do it all. Jiu-jitsu, strike. Built strong. 32 years old. Yeah, he got Jair Rosenstruck up out of there. Got them together real fast. Sheesh. 14 fights in a row. That's hard to do. That's hard to do. He said after that fight, his life changed. Yeah. After he beat Rosenstruck, he got ranked. So he's saying his life changed quickly. Then he beat up the other dude. What was that dude's name? Hey, the Black Beast. Y'all know who I'm going for. Brody. As long as he come out there, he got his mind together, bro. He is dangerous for everybody. Who you know start a heavyweight fight with a flying jump switch knee? Derek Lewis, the Black Beast. And he got a good camp behind him. He been looking better in shape, moving better. Derek Lewis said he just gonna knock this boy out, which that's what I would guess he would say. The most knockouts in UFC history. How many he got? Bro. It's a big fight. I don't know what happens after this fight, you know, for each person. I feel like for the Brazilian, you know, not much change. He still can work his way up. But if Derek Lewis, it's a big risky fight for him because this guy don't really have no name. He gonna try to build his name off of Derek. So we're gonna see if he can do it. Yeah. All right, walkouts. Derek Lewis walking out first, I'm assuming, since they in Brazil. Yep. Don't you stop that. Don't stop the music. Yeah, that's Derek. That gotta be him. Hey. Yes, sir. Derek Lewis, the Beast _ UFC. Number 10. Let's go, Derek. All-time knockout king. 10 knockouts. If you get one tonight, it'll be number 11. 28th UFC appearance. Sheesh. That's big bang. That boy making over $1 million a fight just to show up. Especially at heavyweight, boy. Yep. Giving his cornerman hugs. He looked like he in good shape. He ain't sweating, so he ain't too tired. Hopefully, you know. Michael Bisping saying the fight got to stay on the feet. I couldn't agree less. I mean more. He just if it stay on the feet, he got a real good chance of knocking somebody out. Yeah, but I ain't seen no boys really put Derek Lewis in trouble when it comes to submissions. That boy, he built different. He power out his shit. He ain't supposed to flat on his back and stand to his feet. I ain't never seen nobody do that but him, and he do it every fight. So yeah. Olenek wasn't able to hold him down. And he 30 pounds heavier than this boy. He built like a bowling ball. I don't know. I don't see it happening, bro. Unless he get on an ankle or a foot or a knee or something. Now that'll be trouble. But up top, if he attack anything up top, he ain't gonna submit Derek Lewis. All right, we got Jonathan Almeida finna walk out now. Derek Lewis just walked out. He ready to go. Standing in the octagon. They turn off all the lights, all the fans in Brazil going turn on their phone lights. They got the Brazil green lights going. Got his little salsa music going. Dum da la dum da la dum. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you get hyped to this music, bro. Hey, but they in Brazil. When in Brazil, do whatever the hell they do. It's a plus 1200 if the fight goes to decision. So nobody think this fight going to decision tonight. I would bet that it wouldn't either. I made it coming out, bouncing around like a young Muhammad Ali, bouncing up and down, jogging to the cage. He looked ready to go, eyes wide, dancing, bouncing. Yeah, I see you. So he was a 205 pounder that came up to heavyweight. So he just walking comfortable at 230 something now. Yeah. Stipe also gave up a lot of weight. Yep. Yeah, so they saying how he's a smaller heavyweight, so it's easier for him to move around similar to Stipe Miocic, which I don't know. We'll see. Stipe built different, so we're gonna see. Yeah, man. I don't. He ain't no Stipe, but when it comes to submissions and things, we gonna see. Yeah. The problem is once you do get Doug Lewis down, is keeping him down. That's a big boy. So once you get him down, I don't know how you're gonna keep him down. That's gonna be the most difficult thing for people to do. Mm-hmm. Yep. Bisping rubbing him down real good right now, saying, he a strong dude, blah, blah, blah. We don't seen a lot of strong dudes in there, and ain't none of them held down Derek Lewis. So we shall see. He definitely gonna have to use some type of jujitsu to hold him down. So we should see what happens with that. They greasing up Almeida. You got a 14 fight win streak, most UFC finishes since 2022. He got 5 finishes since 2022. So he has the most UFC finishes since 2022 and the highest control time percentage. So that means he's controlling people on the ground, keeping them on the mat. We're going to see. Props to watch. Almeida to win by KO is plus 180. Almeida to win by submission is minus 135. So if you bet, you probably want to roll towards the sub. I wouldn't. That's just me. If it go to a decision, which I don't think it's gonna do, it might go to Almeida. But this fight, for me, if he not able to keep Derek down, he get knocked out. I wouldn't bet against Derek Lewis like ever. Yeah, I should be making money tonight. Derek Lewis is the underdog, bro. Regardless, if you put $20 down, you should be making some good money tonight. They got this man as a minus 485 favorite against the number one KO artist of all time in the UFC. Do that make sense? A heavyweight at that, not no other lightweight class. So they're going to hit each other most likely. We're going to see. Bruce Buffer, the legend. The main event of the evening. Sheesh. Some big boys in there. Both of them head right at the top of the cage. A little bit over the cage. Mark Goddard refereeing. He all right. He cool peoples. He won't get in the way of what's going to happen. I'll tell you that much. Here we go. Bruce Buffer doing his magic. Getting everybody hype about the fight. Waiting for... Man. I wonder what it'd be like to fight in Brazil, bro. Like, one day, hopefully. In front of the Brazilian fans, it's just a different vibe, I heard. It's time. 5 rounds. Let's go. Hey. Fighting out of blue corner, we got Derek Lewis. D-Lou. Yes, sir. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, USA. Number 10 ranked. Derek Lewis ready to go. Let's go. Let's go, baby. I hope his mind right. He chilling. He funny. Hey, he got a big pop from the Brazilian fans. They ready. They cheering for your boy. Uh-huh. Yeah, athlete. He that new breed of heavyweight. Athlete. New breed. Yeah, them boys built different. But this is real test right here. This is real test. Here we go. They going to the center. Referee giving directions. Mark Goddard. Protect yourself at all time. When I say stop, you stop. Touch glove now. They touch gloves. So if you bet on touching gloves, that's the thing. I heard, you know what I'm saying? Is what it is. Derek Lewis looking at him like this. Let's see if we get a flying knee. I'm hyped. Almeida rubbing his fist, probably nervous as hell. I would be. Derek Lewis look calm like always. We're gonna see if he hit a flying knee. Here we go. Fight starting. They touch gloves. Derek Lewis in that calm. He threw a left high kick. Both ended with high kicks. Almeida doing a switch stance between southpaw and orthodox. He's southpaw now. Threw a left high kick followed by a left hook. Right into a shot. Derek Lewis hanging on the head. Almeida finishes the takedown. Hey, he got the early takedown. Now it's about keeping him down. We know you could take the boy down. can you keep him down? And I think Lewis, he seemed like he coming with this plan to reserve a little bit of energy early because he was super calm. He chilling. He on his back, not breathing hard. So immediate mount. He immediately mounts Derek Lewis. Lewis turns his to his back, gives up his back. This is the worst trouble to be in. But that's a big boy to get your arms around. He going for the head and arm choke on Derek Lewis. He kind of caught against the cage, so it's hard to drag him away from the fence. Nope, Derek Lewis. He trying to head and arm Derek Lewis. I think Derek Lewis is kind of playing a little possum right now. I think due to be served to, if he throw a few strikes, he'll be able to work his way in a little bit more for these subs. He just sitting on top, killing time. Derek Lewis not breathing hard, literally chilling on his back. He ain't fighting yet. We done seen Derek Lewis do a lot of this before where he played possum and then knock somebody out. So he's full mounted. He ain't going nowhere right now. He ain't trying to go nowhere either, though. So he just keeping them close. No strikes landed on top yet. He posturing up now. Almeida postures up. Derek Lewis grabbing wrist. He landed a couple strikes to the chest, but Lewis giving up his back again. But he got a 2-on-1 on the wrist. He got a 2-on wrist on the wrist of Almeida. Almeida has the rear naked, trying but not really. Derek Lewis staying heavy on the leg, turning in. Classic Derek Lewis trying to get to that ground and pound position, but he missed it and got put back on his back again. Full mounted again, but Derek's still just chilling. You can tell he playing possum. He just breathing, chilling, trying to chill through each position. One thing you got to wonder is, like, who's going to be tired? If Derek Lewis is in shape, I don't think he's going to be tired. We've seen this before. Almeida posturing up, but he not landing no strikes. He not throwing strikes either. And these little couple strikes he throwing from top, none of them hitting Derek Lewis in the head. So Derek Lewis is controlling wrists a lot, doing a good job at controlling wrists, not taking any damage from bottom. It's just kind of like he's sitting on Derek Lewis' hips. All right, he's sitting to the side trying to go for arm bar to arm triangle. Derek Lewis is way too strong for this position. It's going to be very hard to finish him in an arm triangle. He getting close to locking his hands in, but he hasn't been able to lock his hands. Now it's getting tight. Derek Lewis is doing a good job keeping his elbow high. Dominic Cruz is right. He looked real comfortable in this position. He's just chilling. He trying to let Buddy, gas out his arms. You could tell he's not in danger yet, but these are the type of positions you're not in danger until it sinks, and then you're in a lot of damage. Derek powers out of it. Once again, they sweating now, so it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be very hard to keep in a advantage position like this with Derek. Yeah. Almeida could work his way to a decision fighting a fight like this. Derek Lewis hasn't really shown any effort to get off his back. He just really kind of mitigated the damage. He's not showing no effort to get off his back right now. Kind of playing possum probably, but Almeida ain't landing no strikes. It's no damage. It's just a whole round of control time. Ten seconds left. He still ain't landing no strikes on Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis stands up right as the round ends, lands some body shots, a little bit of damage, and the round over. Nothing happened really. He just got mounted for a round. Couldn't do nothing. Couldn't finish the arm triangle. He got two arm triangles kind of locked in, but couldn't finish them. Derek Lewis just powered out what we expected. So this so far, first round, Almeida up 10-9. No damage landed, just 4.5 minutes of control time. The second round is going to be interesting to see how Derek Lewis come out, because the first round, He just kind of touched gloves with real like calm, chilling. But this second round, he might come out and fire some things. Let's hear what the corner's saying. Corner saying lateral movement, don't back up and don't bring your feet together to Derek Lewis. They want to take away the opportunity for a takedown. I'm pretty sure he feels very comfortable if this fight stays on his feet, he can get a knockout. He feel comfortable this guy can't do nothing to him on the ground now after that round. So they both breathing a little hard for heavyweights. Not much. Easy round. Derek Lewis come out with a little bit more energy this round. Couple big dips. And Almeida standing southpaw. Throws the low leg kick is nothing. Switch to orthodox. Derek Lewis throws a jumping switch kick. They just kind of looking at each other in that middle space. Anything can happen. Somebody can get caught when you play in this ground, this middle ground. So anything can happen. Nobody's really initiating. They just throwing a couple feints at each other. I made her back to the southpaw stance, feinting with the right hand, switch to the orthodox. Derek Lewis went for the right straight, and I made a dip right to a takedown, took him right to his back. So first round, he didn't get up off his back. He didn't really attempt to either. So let's see if he attempts to get up this round off his back and see, what he does this round. Almeida gets the Dagestani handcuff on the far side, throws both legs in on the back, trying to take Derek's back once again. He's not really trying to land damage on top. That's the weird thing, He just kind of controlling positions, getting by each round, just controlling. Derek Lewis goes back to his back again. We end up in this weird arm triangle position that he's not going to be able to finish on Derek Lewis. For some reason, this dude seems like he don't know how to strike from a dominant position like Mount. He hasn't really thrown any strikes, although Derek's doing a good job at controlling his wrist. He looks tired from Mount. So this is the fight that sways towards Derek Lewis landing a knockout if he don't get taken down. We got 3 minutes left in the second round. 3 minutes left in the second round, and more of what happened in the first round. This guy's not landing no strikes though. All these control positions, not landing any strikes. We don't know, with these judges, Derek Lewis gets up in the next minute and lands some damage, he wins this round because this guy's not doing any damage. He's just controlling. He's doing great though, winning the fight as far as what he needs to do. Keeping the fight off the feet, just staying in control positions from grappling. It's a boring fight for us as fans, but this is what you got to do to beat Derek Lewis, He's on Derek Lewis' back. He's fishing for a rear naked. He got both boots in. Going for the body triangle. I don't know if he's going to be able to get that on Derek Lewis. If Derek Lewis rolled the right way, he might pop dude's knee or something, but he's fishing for a rear naked choke right now. It's going to be really hard to get on Derek. He's just keeping the weight on that arm. But Almeida's winning the fight, he's doing what he got to do to get Derek Lewis out of there, which is make it boring, sit on top. Don't make Derek Lewis mad, just annoy him and control him. If you can do that, then you can sneak by. But you hit Derek Lewis too hard, he's going to knock your ass out. So I think that this is the smartest game plan to go with, people. The smartest game plan. Yeah, the commentators are sold that he's draining Derek Lewis' tank, but we've seen many times Derek look tired like this, and then the third round he come out, he got 2 minutes of hell for you, and he knocks people out. So it's 1 minute left in this second round, and it's looking the same as the first. But he got a deep choke in. Nope, just it was more of a neck wrench. But he switched sides. This one looks a lot. I don't think he's going to submit. Bro, Derek Lewis is built different. I keep telling y'all, bro. His neck is not normal. He built like like a bowling ball. Like this is how Derek Lewis is built. Try choking that. That's not gonna happen. The ref telling him to do land some damage, keep going. Derek Lewis just holding the wrist while he being backpacked right now from a I don't know, figure four, body lock, whatever you want to call it. He just got his back taken, but it's just more the same from the first round. Derek Lewis not really showing much to get up. Round over. Going into the third, 2 rounds to nothing. 10-9. You could, I don't know what how this scoring is now. It could be a 10-8 round. Coach is telling him when he goes southpaw, circle to his left, don't get taken down because Dirk is jumping in and getting taken down. And that's basically, if he get taken down again, that's how the fight gonna end. Boring. Coach telling him to let his hands go, uppercuts, be mean, go after him. Almeida is looking tired. He gonna depend on getting a takedown and do the same thing he did the first 2 rounds. Now, this is where, if you're a betting person, you are extremely excited because this is where Derek Lewis come through for you every time. And so, round start, let's see what happened. He got to have some more energy on his feet. He got to move around and not get taken down again. They think it's 10-8, 10-8 both first 2 rounds. I'm not sure about that. It could be, though, very well. Derek Lewis ain't done nothing. This is how you gotta. This is the blueprint of beating Derek Lewis. Make it boring. Don't get him excited. He want to touch gloves. They touch gloves. More. Derek Lewis jumping knee. Come with big uppercut swinging. All right. Derek Lewis went for another uppercut, missed. And Almeida went for the double leg and didn't get it. Derek Lewis fought off the double leg this time. All right, we might get a little bit of stand up this round. Derek Lewis thrown to the ground. Nope. About to get taken down again. Got his feet tripped up again. So Derek Lewis got his feet caught, twisted up again. He got ready to throw him from the underhook position into the cage. Tried to spin, do an explosive movement, and got his feet caught up. So here we are again. He mounted, but hopefully this time he shows some urgency. It's 4 minutes left in the fight. You know, we've seen Derek Lewis just stand up from being fully mounted on his back before. Dude just sitting in mount, just looking at Derek Lewis. He'll throw a punch every 7-8 seconds, but he not really doing shit. He's holding the position but doing no damage. And Goddard saying, do some damage, do something. Maybe Mark Goddard stands him up. Maybe he does something, you know, because this is giving you them Francis Ngannou vibes, right? When he fought Francis and they said it was the worst heavyweight fight ever. He been full mounted the whole fight, but nothing happened. I tell you what, this guy got to learn how to land some ground and pound. The UFC wants to see damage. They want to see excitement. They don't want to see guys just holding people, doing no damage, and doing nothing. Mark got him mad. He said, don't look at me fight, talking to the Brazilian. He don't know what you're saying. All right, Derek Lewis got to his feet. He in a ground and pound position. Almeida fell over the top. So this is where you get knocked out by Derek Lewis. He in top position, raining down punches on Almeida. Now he's in a side control position. Oh, Almeida going for a nice little sweep underneath. Derek Lewis swiveling those hips, getting to the top position. Oh, good underhook. He keep trying to go underneath Derek, but that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Derek Lewis got his feet caught up again, put on his back again. He almost got to that ground and pound position where he knocked everybody out and almost held it, but Almeida's showed a lot of urgency to get out of that position. Sheesh. Derek Lewis on his back, 2 minutes left. No damage done to him whatsoever this fight. Just exhausted, laying on his back flat, being mounted. Buddy going for another arm triangle, arm triangle. He not really committing to it. He's just using it for control positions. Okay. 1 minute, 30 seconds left. He trying to land some ground and pound. He's just sitting in mount though, man, and he's not really taking advantage of the position. That's what Michael Bisping's saying as well. He not taking risks. He just sitting on top. Maybe throw one punch every 9 seconds. You know, he should be trying to knock Derek Lewis out from these positions and do some damage. There. Now he's striking a little bit. There's 1 minute left. 108 left. He ain't throwing elbows. He just kind of like throwing little pop shots here and there. Now he got Derek Lewis spinning around trying to get to his feet. 50 seconds left. Derek Lewis trying to power his way out of here. But with a guy who knows jiu-jitsu, it's very difficult to just power out of positions. You got to use some technique. He flat on his back again. It's 35 seconds left. I don't think Derek Lewis getting a knockout in this one, y'all. So if y'all voted for a decision for Almeida, then you're going to make a little bit of money tonight probably. 20 seconds left. Derek Lewis not showing no urgency to move his hips. He's just laying flat. His hips flat, his back flat. 10 seconds left. He balling up, turning his back, trying to get to his feet. 5 seconds left. Almeida on his hip, throwing strikes. And that's the fight. That's the fight. That's the fight. A boring one. But if you're Almeida, it's the exact fight that you want. Not take no damage from Derek Lewis. Be in control position the whole fight. And kill the clock. And weigh on him the whole fight. Is this a 5-round fight? Hold up. Hold up. This is a main event, so it's a 5-rounder. I'm wrong. Oh, that's why Derek Lewis ain't showing no urgency. I'm so confused. Like, why is he just laying on his back? Is this a 5-rounder? So I'm wrong. The fight's still swaying towards Derek Lewis. They both getting tired. Derek Lewis showed in the 3rd round some urgency to defend takedowns and that he could. So depending on what his energy level is right now and where Almeida is, they both look tired. Almeida not landing much damage. If Derek Lewis can stay on his feet and not get his feet switched up, then he can knock this dude out. They keep touching hands at the beginning of every round. If I was Derek Lewis, I wouldn't do that because Buddy keep getting a rangefinder every time. Derek come out with some feints, some rolls. Classic Derek Lewis. Staring over the eyebrow. They both throwing a couple feints. They staying in the middle. Almeida and the Orthodox, they both fight from an Orthodox stance. Now they in open stance. Almeida keeps switching back and forth to southpaw. Here comes the shot, most likely. Yep. Shot on the single leg, straight to the double leg, around both knees again. He's looking for that squeeze around the knees. That's been his takedown the entire fight, and he gets it again. That fast. He switched southpaw. He did it every round. I'm not sure why Derek's not keying in on it. Every time he switched southpaw, he'll show something and he'll shoot a double every time to the low single, right around the double leg, get around both knees and just squeeze them to the mat every time. So I don't know why Derek hasn't made an adjustment to it. I know he knows what's happening, so could be just a matter of he just tired at this point. 3:40 left in the 4th round. Almeida sitting in his full mount position, switching between full mount and side control. Derek, every time Derek goes for an explosion, Almeida just swivels his hips and goes to a side control position. And he's just making him wear himself out. Almeida being safe. Yeah, Dom Cruz is right. The Dominator is saying that Almeida's just playing it safe, and he is. He's not taking any risk. He's not really trying to land too much damage. He's just going control over everything at this point. Now he's throwing some strikes from a half guard position, just sitting in the half guard. One side, right side underhook, left hand throwing strikes, right hand throwing strikes over the shoulder, but it's nothing of damage. It's not doing much to him. It's just, you know. Whether this camera changed or what, but yeah. Now we extended version back far away. Let me fix that. Yeah. All right. Oh, he took taking Derek Lewis back again. A couple transitions on the ground, but you know, Derek Lewis keep ending up in this position where either he got the boots in and then he just slide off and take the mount. But he keep trying to get this rear naked. But Derek is a hard person to rear naked choke. He got big shoulders and a short neck. And I don't know who this position is tougher on, to be honest with you, because you know he got Derek Lewis laying right on top of him on his chest, and he laying on his back. So yeah, I think this fight sways towards Derek. If he can get to his feet, you never know what happened if he can get to his feet. So yeah, Almeida's won every single round, almost every minute of each round, and just literally making the fight boring, control positions. He's not taking any risks, and that's what everybody hates to see. But if you're in UFC and you're looking to move up the rankings and you're fighting the knockout artist, guy with the most knockouts in UFC history, this is the fight you want to fight. So the heavyweight record for ground control time is 19 and a half minutes. Almeida's at 16 and a half minutes. Almost 17 minutes going into the third round. So he could break the record for ground control time for a heavyweight in a single fight, which is set by Curtis Blades at 19 and a half minutes. That's the end of the fourth round, man. It's just looking boring. But hey, Derek Lewis don't look too tired. He look tired, but he don't look like he can't fight. He reserved. This is the last 5 minutes of the fight. Derek got to keep the fight on his feet. It's plain and simple. Almeida's just gonna do more of the same. He won the first 4 rounds just by getting. Every time he goes southpaw, he comes to the shot, and Derek's not reading it. He's not gauging the distance, or he's swinging and getting caught over the top. I think if Derek just stayed like short with his shots and moved his feet instead of trying to wing everything, that he won't get taken down. Then he might knock him out later on in the round if he can keep it standing for a little bit. Because this guy's gas too. Holding down Derek Lewis is his chore. Fourth round, fifth round starting. Almeida pumping up the Brazilians. Derek Lewis just looking like, all right, let's do this shit. So here we go. He touching gloves again for the fifth round in a row. And they hug. And they touch gloves again. Derek Lewis opens up with a right hand, a right straight. Dips like he's throwing a right uppercut. Almeida's orthodox right now. So, all right, he's stepping left. Derek Lewis dipping in. Up. Almeida jumps to the single leg, goes to the double leg. Got the knees together again. But Derek Lewis fights it, gets to a wizard, and he's throwing elbows, catching them. But he keeps getting his legs caught on them. Almeida switched up, body lock. Derek Lewis still on his feet. Ran him to the cage. Derek Lewis switched it. Now he in the double unders. Man, that was this close to getting taken down again. Derek Lewis showed some fight and some urgency finally. And Almeida is looking tired. Derek Lewis, we know for sure, is looking tired. But this is where Derek Lewis gets knockouts. Almeida drops down to a double leg again. Derek pulls him up, but as he pulls him up, gets put on his back again. It's frustrating. Derek flat on his back, hips flat, back flat. Hey, you hate to see it, but this is what you get with Derek, man. Either he's on and he knocking you out, or there's the other end of the spectrum, man. I love Derek. I love watching him fight, but he can definitely fight better than this, I believe. He's controlling all these positions. He's controlling all of these positions, but for me, it's just like he's not landing any damage on Derek. But for me, it's just like you got to do something. You got to land some damage. You got to pass. You got to take some risk. You got to go for more submissions, other submissions. Right now, Derek Lewis is just on his back flat again, controlling the wrist, controlling the head, and not taking damage. But this is not what you want to see if you the UFC or the fans. 5 rounds of somebody just laying on a heavyweight is no fun. You'd rather see a 3-round of slugfest or 3 rounds of this, not a main event. Yeah. And that's kind of what Bisping is hinting at, and Dom and the commentators, while also giving Almeida his props for controlling Derek Lewis the whole fight. He was supposed to fight Curtis Blaydes, which that would have been interesting because it's gonna be harder to take down Curtis Blaydes than Derek Lewis, and I think Curtis Blaydes would give him a better fight, especially 2 grapplers. Mark Goddard is still pissed, telling him to work, clapping his hands, yelling at him, telling him work. All right, he swivels over the side control, looking to land some knees, throws a couple hammer fists, but he just kind of really just staying heavy on Derek, trying to keep him down. Derek Lewis not really doing anything technical to stand up, just holding the head and trying to control the closest wrist to him so he don't get hit in the head. I'm not sure. Almeida might be closer to breaking the record for ground control time in a single fight for a heavyweight. 1 minute left. 1 minute, boys and girls. Derek Lewis flat on his back, not getting to a hip. Almeida swiveling between side control and full mount. Back in side control again. Hopefully. All right, Derek Lewis stands up. Boom. Got taken up again. Got taken down again. As soon as he stood up, he got taken down again. So, yeah, man. Yep. And it is exhausting for a heavyweight to get to his feet, get taken right back down. Get to his feet, get taken right back down. Get to his feet, fight, get taken down again. It's a very tough fight to, and for Derek, this is a hard fight to get up for. You know what I'm saying? Like a guy that just want to take you down and hold you down the whole fight. He ain't trying to really fight you. He just want to control. It's a tough fight. Derek Lewis used to fighting big fights, things with a lot on the line. Derek Lewis ending around on his feet again, getting tripped to the mat as the seconds go out. And that's the fight. 5 rounds. Almeida, control. Not a close fight at all. I don't think Derek Lewis had little to any moments in this fight. He had one moment when he got top position. He was able to land a little bit of ground and pound, but for the most part, it was Almeida controlling every position. So if the judges don't mess up this clear winner, it'll be 15 fights in a row for Almeida. Wins. Main event in Brazil. You know, if you was a better man for a decision in this fight, then you making some money. They gonna call us back in a second, man. I'm not really. I don't know. I can't get up for this guy Almeida in the future to fight. You know, I think them scheduling him versus Curtis Blades would be a smart idea. You know, so somebody who can defend a takedown, and let's see what else he can do. Can he strike? Can he handle himself on his feet? Because his strikes from Mount look terrible. His strikes from advantage positions, it's like null and void. You don't see it hardly at all. So it'll be interesting to see what he does with Curtis Blades, because we do know that Curtis Blades has been evolving over these years with his striking. But a boring main event to cap an exciting card where we had a huge upset and some good fights. And so shout out to Angela Hill, you know, shout out to the underdogs and everybody who came in there and got their wins tonight. It was a great card, man. We reaching the judge's decision. We are reaching the judge's decision now. Bruce Buffer pulling them in, ladies and gentlemen. 5 rounds. We go to scorecards. 50-44, 50-44, and 50-45. Winning by unanimous decision, Jalton Almeida. And he's celebrating, which he should. I mean, Derek Lewis ain't nobody, ain't no point, nobody to, you know, not celebrate about beating. That's a tough dude. So Bisbane giving his last little talk to him. Say extremely dominant performance, which it was. You closed them out. What you got to say? He talking to the Brazilians in Portuguese. Whatever he's saying, they getting hype about. I don't know what he's saying yet. He said, "Remember yesterday he wanted a brawl, and I said it was gonna be a show. Did I give you all a show? I guess if laying on somebody for 3 rounds is a show, that's what we got, you know." But yeah, there you have it, boys and girls. Live stream main event: Derek Lewis versus Almeida. It was a boring one, but what can we say? This is fighting. Sometimes it's like that. The main objective is to get a win. Shout out to Three Common Creative and Energy TV, the label. We moving, we out. Let's go.